Courts across the country are ruling on cases challenging the Trump administration's actions on immigration. That includes a decision that takes effect today, requiring people who are in the U.S. illegally to register themselves with the government. Federal immigration law requires people who aren't American citizens to do so, but that hasn't been strictly enforced until now. A federal judge ruled that the Trump administration can move forward on the rule, which also requires them to carry documentation. The Department of Homeland Security says people must self-report, provide their fingerprints, address, and register anyone else under the age of 14 or face fines and prosecution. Immigration groups argue that the ruling helps the Trump administration carry out its goal of mass deportations. Meanwhile, a judge in Massachusetts says she'll rule to keep temporary protected status for more than 500,000 people, arguing that the Trump administration cannot cut their stay in the U.S. short without reason. The Trump administration revoked legal status for people from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. There's also an effort to protect people here under the same program from Afghanistan and Ukraine. Deportations were scheduled to start later on this month, but people who are part of the program get 2-year permits to live and work in the U.S. They cross the border legally, pay their own way to get here, and have financial sponsors who are permanent U.S. residents. Keep in mind, this is just a district court's ruling. It very likely will be appealed. There are new challenges to the Trump administration deporting people under the Alien Enemies Act, despite a recent ruling on a similar case this week. On Monday, the Supreme Court ruled that challenges have to be brought by the people who think they're being detained improperly, and the cases have to be filed where those people are being held. The court affirmed that the Trump administration has to give detainees a chance to challenge their removal. That led to new cases in New York and Texas, where judges temporarily stopped the White House from deporting Venezuelans they're holding in those jurisdictions. Judges could expand those rulings nationwide as the cases play out, and that is something a court in Texas may consider during a hearing on Friday. The Supreme Court ruled on another immigration case overnight involving a Maryland man who the Trump administration admits they mistakenly deported to El Salvador. Kilmar Abrego Garcia was going through the asylum process, but the White House, making unsubstantiated claims, says he was in a gang. They sent him to a prison in El Salvador and have since refused to bring him back. The Supreme Court sided with a lower court, ruling that the government should facilitate Abrego Garcia's release and handle it properly, and also share what they plan to do to get him back. But the justices asked the lower court judge to clarify what she meant by effectuate his return. That may interfere with the president's power to conduct foreign affairs as he chooses. Reporting in Washington, I'm Amy Lowe.
That was Amy Lou, ladies and gentlemen, from Washington, reporting
in his first visit to Italy as king, Charles, accompanied by Queen Camilla, has come...
Reporting, ladies and gentlemen, on some legal cases that have been brought to challenge some of Donald Trump's deportation cases, including those regarding the Alien Enemies Act, specifically because the United States is not currently in a war and an invasion with any of our foreign allies. That is going to do it for today's legal breaking reporting, ladies and gentlemen. If you did enjoy this legal breaking reporting, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and enjoy firstly. Secondly, if you want to make sure you stay up to date on all the things legal breaking reporting wise on the side of politics, please hit the bell icon that is located right next to the subscribe button down below. You can also subscribe to me on my social medias that will also be linked down below in the video description. If in fact you would be so kind to follow me on my social medias. I am on Instagram, Snapchat, Threads, as well as TikTok. There, ladies and gentlemen, I will be updating you guys on when I have also posted a brand new legal breaking reportings on the side of politics to the YouTube channel. Thirdly, ladies and gentlemen, please help me reach and achieve the goal of 160 plus subscribers. The reason why I'm saying 160 plus subscribers, ladies and gentlemen, is because right after we reach and achieve the goal of 160 plus subscribers, we have more subscribers to reach and achieve right after we reach and achieve the goal of 160 subscribers. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, please stay positive, please stay safe, and know that justice will prevail on the correct side of the law eventually, despite Donald Trump and his illegal regime and administration's unconstitutional, illegal executive orders and actions and behaviors.